So I feel like my whole day has just been shrouded in like a cloud. I've been trying my hardest to like do what I need to do to get out of it, to bounce back, finish all the blogging that I had to do, and it just wasn't working. Like I literally feel like the physical representation of my day is the fact that my rap won't even stay on correctly. Like no matter how hard I try to make it be cohesive and make it work for me, it's not doing it. So it finally dawned on me. I really feel like the reason why I've just been in kind of a funk or just kind of like for the whole day is because today is the farewell speech for President Obama. And I have been in the strongest drug denial type haze in the sense of like, I don't have a problem. He's going to stay my president. What do you mean in 11 days, like, the Oval Office goes to another family? I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I literally have been the person sitting in the AA meeting. They're going, girl, you're an alcoholic. And I'm just like, just because I drink at 9 a.m. does not mean that I'm an alcoholic. Is this really about to happen this entire video? Sorry. Like, I have nothing to give this video or this day because this is just going to be some bullshit. But I feel like what I'm talking about is about to be some bullshit. President Obama, it has been just, whew, not going to get emotional. Let me just backtrack. November 4th, Tuesday to be exact, November 4th, 2008. I was a college sophomore in the dorms with my friends. I remember finding out the way our dorms were, they were like in stair-step towers. I was in Tower D with one friend. I raced over, me and my best friend Novi, raced over to the dorm room I actually lived in with my other best friends, and we lost our shit. We ran in the street, we cheered, we were crying. Half the damn dorm ran, to catch the number 12 bus. For all my Chicagoans, you know what I'm talking about. To go to Grand Park because we were like, this is history. Like, did a black man just get arrested? Oh, Lord, arrested. Woo! I'm out of it. Not arrested. That happens a lot unfairly. See how your mind goes there? But did a black man just get elected to the highest office in this country? And for the past 8 years, he has holistically made me proud. Now, am I going to say that the entire time I didn't have criticisms or didn't have things to say? No, that'd be a lie because I definitely have. But I can say, when I look back at what this man has meant to me, what his family has stood for, the elegance, the poise, the articulate nature, the down-home roots. Like, even now, his motorcade just left O'Hare, and where are they saying that he's about to go get his meal? At Valois. Anyone who lives in Chicago, or in Hyde Park specifically, like me, knows. Valois is like the best. It is a diner. It is not fancy. The seats have holes in them, but they will whip you up some hash browns, biscuits, cornbread, and omelets out of this world. Like, it's great drunk fruit, it's brunch food, it's lunch half the time when I was at Kenwood as a high school student. And this is the type of president. This man has dined with kings. He is on the level of kings. He's been in front of every dignitary, celebrity on a worldwide level. And he had that relatability that he's about to go to Valois. Now, in comparison, 11 days from now, Hitler Point 2 is about to ascend to the thrones of power with the new age version of Jonathan Goebbels, aka Pence. And I'm not even gonna lie, if I can't even tell you what Pence's first name is, I know that he ran Indiana, aka Ku Klux Klanville. He's also responsible for sending a huge surge in HIV numbers because he closed the Planned Parenthood, so people stopped getting tested and then started sharing needles, and that almost became another epidemic. And I don't know who his first name is, and he's about to be the vice president, and I could care less. Donald Duck, Daffy, whoever. But looking at just the comparison, a man that tweets his emotions, he's so erratic, he's so senile, like, and it's not even me trying to age shame him. John McCain, I would have accepted that better than this. Like, Ted Kennedy, God rest his soul, I would have been like, okay, well, Ted, just make sure the admin staff has it together. But the listlessness that I feel, the apprehension that I have, yes, I know that this world is, in the infinite power of our Lord and Savior. Everything that is in the Bible, if you are a religious person like myself, I'm more of a spiritualist than a religious person. But everything that's in the Bible is coming to fruition. Like, I know we're living in like crazy perilous times, but it still does not take away the disappointment, the disgust, and the disdain. And knowing that someone who I would need for him to prove to me that he can read, and I don't care how that sounds. Like, I would need him to take an aptitude test. I don't think he could pass the Constitution. I don't think he can pass a driver's license test. Like, anything that has the word test in it, no. He can't even keep his own companies afloat. Yet he's supposed to keep the country together for the next 4 years. Everyone's screaming, oh, I don't think he's going to make it to impeachment or past impeachment. Well, I didn't think he would make it to being our president, but he's here now. The fact that you're sitting here upset that Meryl Streep called you out, I don't have to be nice to you. Freedom of speech. I could literally look into this camera and be like, fuck you, your kids, that raggedy ass toupee, your suit jackets, your pets, your pens, your suitcases, the houses you live in, the jets you fly in. Fuck everything about you, and I hope you catch lice. And you could not do anything about it because it's freedom of speech. Now, I'm also one of these people that and also when someone says something to me, doesn't get all in a tizzy because it's freedom of speech. Like Voltaire says, I may not agree with what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. Every cause has a reaction. Now, if your reaction is these hands, or me treating you or reading you for blood, then that's just what the fuck happened. But I don't look at Trump as anything other than a model for not to how to behave. Like, I don't look at him as anything of like, man, you know what? I really saw what he did there in Celebrity Apprentice. That's a person to really model myself after. To come off of one of the most amazing presidencies. And what's so hilarious is people are starting to realize now what they did. People out here, memes going about how, oh yeah, I'm happy Affordable Health Care Act got approved. And people sitting there going, you do realize, like, that's Obamacare. Like, that's your health care. You're basically happy that the Senate is passing to repeal an act that you benefit from. I've seen people getting called out like that. I've seen people losing their homes. Rural Kentucky is already reporting cases of people, like, having healthcare issues. And I'm just sitting there like, this is literally the saying of being hilariously sad. This is the country that we live in. I'm a strong proponent of we are giving the leaders that we deserve. The race issue in this country, like White Lash happened. He is 11 days away from the office. I'm just trying to, prepare my spirit and my heart like the rest of us who have common sense in all of our teeth and mental functioning, body parts, to just get ready and hope that we can just escape it without another full-on war situation. But to the Obamas, who have served with such style and grace, used all their lotions and balms, we're just a level of success that I didn't even think. I'm 27 and I didn't even think I was going to see it. I thought like maybe I was going to see a black person make it to the Democratic National Convention. Like, okay, well maybe he'll be nominated, but I didn't think he would actually make it. So I'm just trying to hold on to the feeling that I had Tuesday, November 4th, 2008, when me and my best friends stood on the corner of Roosevelt and Halsted, and we hysterically screamed and ran up and down the street and didn't go to class the next day and sat in shock and just talked through the whole night because we were watching history take place. And to know that for all the stereotypes that Chicagoans get, we just got through dealing with this crazy hateful force. Oh my God, I'm crying. With this crazy hateful force situation. And to know that he repped Chicago. He did us proud, Like, don't pop off. That forever. Like, don't pop off if you ain't ready for it. That is Chicago. That's us. We are grit. We are blue collar. We are coffee. We are sports. We are gun violence, but that ain't no different than anybody else's city because I can name 10 cities that actually are ahead of Chicago. But yet Trump again is tweeting that we need the National Guard. What you need is a fucking leash and a bridle over your mouth, honey. But I just really want us to, as Americans, even take that title off of it. This is beyond just a national pride thing. And I think that's what everyone keeps forgetting or actually like not understanding. We have to start looking at each other on the fundamental level of a human space. Of a human space. We have done so much hurtful things to one another. And that is what has to stop. That is what has to cease. Whether it is the divisive nature, at times of social media, the trolling, the telling people die, how dare you just mad because we about to send you back to Africa and build a wall. When the president of Mexico is, or former president of Mexico is going, don't let your president send you the fuck off. We're not paying for shit. Okay? And it's just like, I'm just sitting here going like, this is the country that I live in. This is the world that I live in. And the thing is, we have lost completely all things about empathy, human compassion, loving thy neighbor, sympathy, loyalty, kindness of heart, long suffering. We have no patience. We are some of the most violent beings on this planet. And until we get that under control and start looking at everyone on that level, we will be no better than the president we talk shit about. I don't see it for Donald Trump. He is not my president. I'm not calling him President Trump. I have all the reasons why not to. Fuck him. Thank you, President Obama, for everything that you have done. And I know this isn't the most politically correct thing that I will ever say, but if you haven't been able to find out already with the other 7 videos that I've done in the past week, I'm not a politically correct young lady. So if that bothers you, with all due respect, feel free to unsubscribe. If this is something that you agree with, I would love the comments to spread the message. But we have got to do better. Thank you, President Obama. Thank you, First Lady Michelle Obama. Thank you, Sasha and Malaya. And that the only scandal you gave us, girl, was a light twerk at Lollapalooza. I will take that. That ain't nothing. That is nothing, girl. Because I've done worse at the Chosen Few House Music Picnic. You good. Thank you to the dogs for always being trimmed and looking like, girl, you can never. Do you see this curl pattern? To the grandmother that, you know, clearly was helping them kids with homework. To the fact that Obama's barber from 53rd Street, shout out to him, kept him looking crispy the entire 8 years. Not to be rude to our First Lady at all, but shout out to her ass. And the fact that she was a woman of color who had curves and was like, you were going to get these curves, these chiseled cheekbones, these ORS-induced edges, all of it on the cover of Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and Architectural Digest, everything. I have lived for this family. I'm going to continue living for this family. No, I will not be there. Obviously, I'm about to go to the gym in attendance tonight at the McCormick Place. But just, even with the spirit of sadness, it is still the spirit of from now until forever. It is si se puede. Yes, we can. Because Obama is my president. Thank you, sir. And everyone have a great night.